We have even more information about Wheatflour Wonderland coming to Hello Kitty Island Adventure September 18th, which is coming up in just a few days. We're going to recap some of the beta posts. And then today, Sunblink also posted a new trailer on their Twitter. And this way, if you don't have Discord or you don't have Twitter, you can still look at all the sneak peeks with us. So let's take a look at the trailer. I'm going to go through it at half speed, see how that is. And I may play it in the background for you on full speed so you can see everything that's in here. It is amazing. In here, we get to see one of those wheat fields. You get a different look at Cinnamoroll's outfit and the player character outfit. I think this may be the first time we're seeing this bow with the little star on it. And they totally match the Wheatflour Wonderland colors. As it goes forward, we zoom in on them. And then up here, I'm going to pause this a few times. Look at this place. I feel like we've seen some of this. So we have some sort of a statue over here, maybe with a gem, something on the ground here to pick up. There's an archway here. And it looks like one of those critters we saw in one of the early shots is down here, the little fluffy bunny guy. We have some more statues up here, some of the gems, another gate. Are these fountains? I mean, this one is definitely a fountain, another fountain back here. And then we have all these hedges and some of these lamppost things. Some of them are lit up with different colors in them. Some of them are broken, some are empty. So we'll probably be doing something with those. More gems in the fountain back here. And then these huge sets of stairs. Oh, and then over here, the stairs are going off. And you can see you can't pass through. This is one of those force fields that we saw in an early trailer as a bubble from really far away. And it has some sort of round white symbol on it. More of the lamps back here. And it looks like there's some planted wheat flowers. So maybe you'll be able to swap those. Because here are the wheat flowers when they're planted in the ground and growing. They just look like a field. And then up here, I think these are closer to your display flowers. And then it goes up. And there's even more stuff up here. So it looks like we have some sort of mini force field with the statues around it. Lots of these vases, even more stairs. It just keeps going up. A very elaborate door. It is not open. Looks like another gate over here. And this is posted on Twitter, so it's only in 720. It looks really nice when you make it tiny, though. It has some sort of a dark circle, a bunch of dark circles up here, more gems up on this part, and maybe the feet to a chest up here on the top. Let's keep going. It swings up. Oh, there is another chest here. We do have additional platforms. I know they switch shots really quickly, which is why I keep pausing. And it keeps going. So we're already on to the next shot, and we can see two of the characters in super cute outfits. So this dress is a purple version of the one Hello Kitty's wearing. And then we have the top hat with, I think, a little heart on it. And then we have this headband thing. It kind of reminds me of Cinnamoroll's with a little diamond, but in orange and a little orange suit. And these two wands look different from one another. This one has a butterfly. This one has just kind of a diamond shape on it. And of course, they're different colors. And then as we go forward, we can see the orange guy on the left transforms into a teeny tiny owl, just like we had seen in one of the beta posts. There he is with his eyes open. It's so cute. So that's the Critter Wand transformation we read about, actually getting to see it in action. And then if we continue, the purple bunny turns into, is that a pink latte? Yep, they turned into a pink latte, so you know you can turn into food. If we continue, we get this shot. We can see we have a chest. We got this little bouncy dude here. These on the ground. It looks like a comic book. And then we have the player character back here with the little hat. And I think a suit. And it looks like a lot of this is floating. There's something glowing over here. I'm gonna keep watching that place. There's our comic book. It looks like we have Koji Moon's face on it. Continuing this way, it is wearing a suit. And look at this overhead shot. We are definitely floating. Lots of floaty circles. It looks like this is our symbol for fast travel. Another comic book, I think. More of those gates. Not quite sure what's happening here. Almost looks like a little eye or something. But with these signs down here, I think this is the place where we've seen the Critter game. And I remember pointing out there was a top hat sign. So I think maybe these are going to be the game signs showing you the different prizes. Maybe another comic book over there. The color scheme up here is totally different. And then we have like the sand instead of wheat. Continuing, it looks like maybe more of the broken lamppost and a gate. A gem up here too. I feel like this looks like a face again. Like a face, little eyes or something. I don't know. They blend in, but I don't don't see like eyes here. Is that the little owl on a gate? And it looks like something else is happening here too. All right, let's keep going. Another one of those force fields is up here. It looks like this one has an orange diamond, so matching maybe one of the gems. And then there's some sort of structure here. As we keep going, is that an even bigger force field behind it? What are these? Are these additional force fields inside? Like a yellow one, a red one inside the orange one? And then there's like this. That's behind it too. More floating islands back here. Okay, and we see one of the gemstones is a triangle called a topaz gemstone. Down in the bottom right, we can see that latte on the wand. So I'm assuming this is the one that they used before to transform. These little things to pick up. And then there's gemstones in the fountain. And we can see this area is being called Citadel. It looks like... and they're running through and picking those up. Okay, now we have kind of an idle shot, and you can see some sort of weather is happening. All little pink things floating around. Looks like we have owl statues holding gems. Some kind of a force field with a chest inside. I'm guessing this is yellow, maybe that's related somehow. The character looks like they're sort of wearing a version of Koji Moon's outfit and holding a wand that matches these gems. So many stairs in the background, chest in the background too, and then the player character on the left is wearing kind of Hello Kitty's dress, but in a different color, with another one of these bows, this time with a heart in the middle. Continuing on, they just kind of idle here. I really want that wand pose. And then, oh my goodness, look at this chaos. Everything is broken. Everything is floating. We've got fountains. We've got trees. We're up in the air. I am going to bring Cinnamoroll and Chromie, maybe a pom-pom with me, pretty much everywhere, because I am going to fall. Do we see any fast travel in here? I think we have some more of the force fields over on the right-hand side. Oh, we've got a giant force field here, a blue one, the teardrop. We do have some lands back here, a little bit up here. Oh, we've even got a tiny bench in the corner. Another one of those lamps. It looks like we have a challenge course on this broken ruin in the sky. It kind of reminds me of the ones on the moon with all the different floating islands. This time we probably have normal gravity, not moon gravity. This is chaos. There's a tiny, tiny path all the way down there. And it looks like it's under this layer. So how many layers going vertical are we going to have? All right, I'm gonna let it keep playing. It's panning across all of that. And then we have a different area of the map. We have wheat fields over here and this floating path area. We can see a giant force field in the back. Maybe this is another gemstone because it kind of looks like this. And then we have more floating islands with more gemstones. These gates look just decorative. So maybe they're just strewn about for that. And then we keep panning, more of those curly plants. There's some sort of a little heart thing here. I think this may be a gate we saw before. It looks like here we have some sort of a circle on the ground. We've seen two different kinds of those. We saw the dark circles that we couldn't quite make out, and we did see one that was fast travel. Something glowing is starting to come in on the right-hand side. Is that one of the bunnies? The little fluffy dudes. And then we get a different shot, and I feel like this is a completely different area of the map. It does have these, so maybe we're at a lower level. We have a gate here with a symbol similar to what we've seen on the force fields. We have these stained glass circles. I'm guessing they're just decorative. More of the lamps. Another dark circle. We've got two different dark circles. Another force field here in between. How are you gonna get up? Because yeah, these all feel too far to jump between, and I can't imagine that you have to use a thermal potion or pom-pom maybe. And then there's also like writing on this one. Some pink shape equals some purple shape. There's graffiti on the ruins, shape math graffiti on the ruins, and all of these different floating pieces. I wonder if they ever get put back together. Okay, we have another force field here very clearly with a pink star on it. Some sort of circle over here. You can see little bits popping up in the top right. This piece almost looks like a boat. Lots and lots of circles. All right, keep going. Another force field, more floating stuff here. It looks like something bigger floating in the background. Okay, and then we have this shot again. This is the same two characters we saw before, only now they're transforming out of the critter and the latte. So they're back into their normal form. Then we have this shot again, and then we're back here in the wheat fields, and the little mouse is about to do something. So they pull out a wand, and they turn into the latte, and now we get to see it hopping around in the This is the goofiest part to me. I love it. I want to be random things out in the world, and we could see that they could still jump when they're the item. Oh, I guess this is going to be a photo spot. I really feel like this is going to be a collectible item. You see them in the back too. And this area is Wheatflour Fields, which obviously, and we can see there's going to be at least 4 patches given the flowers on the map here. And the fast travel nearby, so I'm thinking the dark circle we saw is the fast travel. And then we get, well, there you go. This has to be about the area where they were standing. Yeah, because here's the photo thing for Wheatflour Fields, fast travel location. I think this is one of the little bunnies, a thing you pick up, force field over here. And then those gardens we were seeing, they're the next level up, the gems there. I think maybe another force field. And then we continue and through the gardens. We've seen all of this already. Look at all this stuff. And then we have another Sky Island shot. So a ton of those lamps up here, some lit, some not lit, some just straight up broken. Continuing, we see a gate over here. More floating islands, at least some of them have stairs. Continuing all the way to the end of the shot. It looks like before these stairs, there is a fast travel over here. I hope there are tons of fast travel in the sky because I am going to be falling on a regular basis. So there's going to be photo places all over the place. And then we have this shot. It's just an idle shot with these different gems. I think this is a version of the Cinnamoroll outfit. Cinnamoroll again. Is that a butterfly in the gate? And it looks like we have Cinnamoroll's tiara over here with a star shape in it. And I think this is a different dress we haven't really seen. Or maybe this is the one Chromie wears, but in a different color because it has the little belt things on the side. And then we get a look at all the different gems. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, these two are the same. So we have at least 12 different gems, all different colors and shapes. Oh wait, 2 hearts too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, because there's 2 hearts and 2 of the blue ones. So we know there's at least 11 gems here. I imagine I'm going to get some of those mixed up, but I am happy that they have different colors and shapes. I think I'll probably remember the shapes better myself, except for maybe these two. And I do love the color combination on this sheep. All right, let's continue. We can see it just idling here, all the sparkles on some of those gems. And then we come over here to another giant wide angle shot. I think this is the area we've seen before with that door. Oh, it looks like we've got the little bunny guy on this. Gems, fast travel location, another little waterfall thing. Just like these, a bunch of those different gems all over the place. And this looks like an owl holding one of them facing the lamps. So possibility we have to do something with those. And see the stairs going up. I can't see anything like we saw the butterfly in this gate, but we've seen this area, not quite from this angle, I don't think. Or maybe it was. Did I say photo sign? I see a photo sign. All right, continuing this way, we've got more benches at the heart gem. This whole tower thing, more benches. Here's one of those glowing doorways. I think we've seen a close-up of the glowing doorway, so we'll be able to go inside there. Got another statue, more broken lamps. Continuing on, new shot. This is new. This I don't think we've seen. So we have a rainbow. It has 8 of the gems. We've already seen that there's 11, so it's not all of the gems, but it has like the symbol for the gem and their color and shape here. We have force fields too, and a lot of little force fields down here, and a big one popping through the top up here. Looks like we have a ton of buttons. Or are they just decoration? Comic book. So this feels puzzly. We're gonna have to do something with that. And bells on it, gates. We can see, I think, is that a diamond shape on this one? So that would match one of the gems we saw. Continue through this part. Anything new here? Challenge course in the background. Continuing, I see eyes. It's probably not eyes, but I see eyes. Right there. And then there's little somethings over here in the sand dune, snow, I don't know, whatever this is. We got little somethings over there. And then we transition and we have this area, which I don't think we've seen. Comic book over here. We have some shapes on the wall, match the gemstone shapes. Another challenge course, stained glass circles, fast travel location. Maybe we did see this because I think we've seen one of these, but it looks like we've got a hammer, maybe crafting, something flowery. I think this is the one we saw with the wand on it, and then a bunch of colorful streamers. I think we did see this in a previous one. More of the gemstones, and lots of little floaty jumpy places. Continues this direction, more floaty jumpy, comic book in the background, and then we have the player character character picking up some of the gems. Oh, I should have been paying attention. We have names for the gemstones. So I have quartz, alexandrite. So for each gem, it looks like we'll have a name, a color, and a shape. I kind of wish the names were just related to something visual. Like it's easy when it's like ruby and I know that's red or something. I'm probably going to be like the moon-shaped gemstone. And this is the Citadel area again. Let's keep going here. Coming down front. And here we can see the little wheat heart, only it's not gold. It's kind of clear. So were those the little eyes I was seeing? I was thinking critter hiding. So that means these are going to be a bit more blending in than the Gudetama were. Yeah, it looks like they're taking a photo of it here. There we go. And there's the little wheat hearts. This is the way we've seen them before. When you've seen the preview in Discord, in my Melody and Chromie and their outfits. Player character in this one. Is that the same one we've seen with Hello Kitty styling, or is that more like my Melody's dress? This is definitely my Melody's bow in a different color. Player character in the back. Maybe this. Is that the same? Different colors? Definitely the bow. And then we have a gate with yet another critter. I think we have not seen this critter. We have seen a couple other critters, but it's kind of like a little octopus guy with cute little ears. This zooms in a bit. Getting a really good look at those mouse avatars and Koji Mune. So cute, the little dancing wheat hearts. And then we're picking up gems over here. So Spinel is the purple star, ruby for the red heart, alexandrite for the moon we had seen. And down here, we get to see one of the big owl guys. We saw that in the beta preview. So they're down here. Okay, they just walked through the gate and a wheat heart popped up. And we get a good shot of that statue over here. That definitely looks like a Rockadoodler. Well, the Wheatflour Wonderland version of a Rockadoodler, it's got the bigger hair on the front. So somehow going through the gate gave them a wheat heart, who's right here. Look, Koji Mune's here. And Debbie Fry. He might be my favorite. Let's see where they go. That lights up. We got a Blubby statue. Oh, here's that butterfly that we saw in the gate a little bit. And we can see in the mini-map, the wheat flower fields are down there. We have fast travel here and up there. We're in the middle of the garden. Oh, and it's actually called Royal Gardens. I don't think I saw the map before. And then we can see the player character standing on a fast travel. Oh, you can see here the lights are lit up with the different shapes of the gems and the shape and the color. So definitely something with the lights and the gems. More stairs, very symmetrical location. Zooming out, we can see unlit lamps in the background, broken lamp in the foreground, and a bunch of unlit lamps. Chest on the far right, more broken lamps. Got some force fields to the right, the mini ones. And then the logo comes up. We've got, it looks like one of the little owl statue guys holding something. Broken lamps down below. Those two floaty towers. Gotta be fairly high here. Another force field matches the color on this guy. Keep zooming out. Where is it gonna end? Coming soon. Yeah, really soon. Coming soon in just a few days. At least for Apple Arcade, Switch, and Steam PlayStation. Probably early October. We have another test down here. There is so much in this trailer that we got to see for the first time. The overview of the map is amazing. I am definitely going to be using buddy powers to get around. Anywhere we go, that's kind of got some height to it. I'm always using Chromie and Cinnamoroll to get around. Maybe Pom Pom gives me a lot more flexibility when I have to jump, but that looks amazing. That trailer really shows off the map, and this was posted by Sunblink on Twitter, and they said Wheatflour Wonderland, our first ever DLC, is coming soon, and the map for this area is just astounding, definitely, with tons of new minigames, magic wands, new friends, magical outfits, and so much more. Step into a world of golden splendor and see what amazing things await you. And I feel like the trailer they posted totally goes with that post. Over the past week, we got a bunch more posts from beta testers, so let's look at what we learned from these. In our first one, this is from Aris, and she writes, "There's something quite brilliant about how this world unfolds. What used to be confined to rooms now stretches across the surfaces if you're patient enough to notice. Found myself retracing my steps, second-guessing what I thought was just background, the kind of design that rewards curiosity and teamwork." Maybe our most cryptic post of all the beta testers so far. And then in this picture, we do get to see Koji Mune's outfit. This is the picture actually that I based my little plushes outfit on. We have Hello Kitty here, and then we have the player character in an outfit I don't think I've ever seen in anything else. And then there's a diamond on the ground. This almost reminds me of the volcano robes, but done up Wheatflour Wonderland style, and a fancy beret. And that just shows some of the range in the outfits we'll be seeing, but not everything looks completely magical hero transformation. But what do you think they're referring to? I feel like it has to do with the diamond on the ground, and this may be a DLC where you want to be taking notes. Then we have this post from Glorathan saying they can't get over over how fun the new minigame is, and there's so many different rooms to explore, and each one feels like stepping into its own little world. And Ebby Fry, he's definitely the star of the show. Don't want to spoil too much about what happens inside, but he always finds a way to be both clever and mischievous, and it never stops being adorable. And here's a better view at that screenshot. You can see in the top, find Ebby Fry. So this is that new minigame. And remember, we've been hearing about this minigame for quite a while, because they were looking for decorating submissions for some kind of find a thing in the room minigame. We can see over here, this item has an X on it. There's one X here. It looks like you're getting 3 guesses and probably a way out. So somehow you need to try to find Ebby Fry in all of this. In this post, Jess shares that Wheatflour Wonderland is full of magic in so many ways. One thing that really made them smile every time it happens was the outfit transformations some of the residents get, and they remind them of outfit transformations in Sailor Moon. And so this confirms some of those transformations we've only seen in trailers so far actually happen in the game. And here's a screenshot of one of them from the game, and we can see that magical girl transformation background, the sparkles, the hearts, Hello Kitty posing as she transforms into her magical guardian outfit. In this one, we get a good look at one of those stations. Fred says the adventure is about to level up with all the new content, and there's so many new things to create, decorate, cook, dye, and it's magical. And then in the screenshot, we get a better look at this. It seems like we have spools of ribbon, little flowers, so maybe creation station. And we get to see Koji Mune's got a ton of hearts on her in one of the particular outfits. Mieve posted, please don't let them eat this cake. And you can see the characters posing around a hang-it-on cake, just like they do in a photo mode. So this is probably the player character turning into the cake, showing that we can turn into baked goods, including the birthday cakes. So that's something to look forward to. And then just a little while ago, Tay Plays posted in Wheatflour Wonderland, everyone can experience the power of what they want to be, no matter how big or small the dream. And when rodent avatars were announced, they couldn't wait to be a mouse, and they were delighted when they discovered the magic found in Wheatflour Wonderland let you do so much more. One of the new mechanics creates a whole new world of fun by taking things down a size. And then they show this picture with the player character as this little actual critter mouse that I think we've seen in some of the previews. And with this post and Maeve's post let me know, we will be able to take photos when we're in critter mode or item mode and we're transformed. And that's something I really wondered about. So I'm excited to see the very silly pictures we're going to be taking. And then here's your last one. And this one is me. It may come as no surprise, but I also got to play the beta test. And in my post, I say I appreciate there are areas you can't go to yet that are clearly marked and that you have a pretty good idea of how to go about getting there. And of course, this also means the friends find new ways to taunt you. And here's the picture. I was experimenting with the little squirrel characters. That's why you don't see my duck here. So you've got me and Kuromi standing behind this pink force field. And as usual, even though we are blocked off from certain areas, the friends can still make their way over there and taunt us. So I think that's all the new information we have about Wheatflour Wonderland this week, and I'm planning on having another video for you on Monday. And of course, we'll be streaming Wheatflour Wonderland on Switch and Apple Arcade when it drops on Thursday, September 18th, which is just a few days away. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content. There is a ton coming really soon, and turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.